Hi, welcome to Sparks. My name is Bryan Cassady. I'm honored to be here with you. We're going to go on a journey over the next period of time to help you use AI different and more effectively. We're going to do this step by step. I have a few promises to make to you. If you go through the videos, if you do the learn by doing exercise, you will come out of this course, regardless of the level you are right now, thinking different about AI. You will work different with AI. And if you do the capstone project at the end, you will have a useful tool that you can use in your work and be more effective. When you finish the course, you get a certificate of completion. And when you do the certificate for the capstone, you get a certificate of mastery. The course format is pretty simple. It's a 10-minute training, i.e. we're going to do 10-minute learning, 10-minute learn by doing over 10 days. How it works is pretty simple. You're going to get a quick overview plus a reminder email each day saying, you should check out the course. In that email, you just need to click, go. There's no big learning management system. Watch the video. Do the lessons, the prompts are there, everything is there. You'll also have a workbook for the course. Each day there's 2 lessons, one which is essentials and one which is advanced. The advanced one is optional. There's also a learn more in each course. I'll tell you about that in just a few minutes. There's an after-class application. And if you get stuck doing the after-class application, there's a demo to help you. Now, one thing that we've learned doing this course is that people coming into the course are very, very different. Beginners to experts, lots and lots of variation. The biggest growth orders we see typically, regardless of your level, is about stopping and thinking, reframing and ask for more. I'll talk to you a little bit more about those in a minute. There's also an opportunity for many of you, and that's probably the elephant in the room, and that is you're using AI, but are you using AI to do the things you should be doing? We're going to talk a lot about something called a type 3 error, which is doing the wrong thing right, and how you can fix that and make sure AI is not only efficient, but effective. Now, we're not all at the same level. That's fine. If you're new to AI, we're going to teach you about how to think before using AI, how to think while you're using AI, and how to think afterwards, so that AI becomes an asset to you in your work. If you're an intermediate user, we're going to show you how to build workflows. We're going to show you how to think different, how to use AI different. You might want to check out more of the advanced courses. And if you're an advanced user, you might say, well, what am I going to pick up in this? I'm willing to bet you're going to learn more than anybody else. You have your established habits. You know what you know, but sometimes what you know just ain't so. This course is going to challenge the way that you're using it, and I think you'll learn a lot going through the course. Now, we all have the same challenge, and essentially is AI can do amazing things for us. A few Harvard studies shows that AI can make people 25% faster, 12% more productive, and 40% better quality work. And a study with very, very bright, talented consultants in Boston Consulting, they showed that AI can make them 43% more creative. But here's the kicker. According to McKinsey, in 2025, fewer than 10% of professionals are seeing real productivity gains. And the reason why is simple. It's because of how we're using it. We're treating AI like a search engine and not a teammate. Now, I want to give you some reasons why learning how to use AI is critically important. To do this, I'm going to go back to the 1860s and talk to you about an economist named Jevon. Jevon was working in the middle of the Industrial Revolution. At the start of the Industrial Revolution, people said this is the end of work because the Industrial Revolution is making things so effective, people are not going to need to work anymore. He said it's going to be exactly the opposite. He said the more things become easy, the more we're going to use those things in our daily life. And lo and behold, the Industrial Revolution didn't decrease work hours, it increased work hours pretty dramatically. The same thing is happening with AI right now. As you use AI, a lot of things become easier. There's a usage creep within the organization. Do you really need to do 13 versions of your strategic plan? Before you wouldn't have done it, and now you can. AI makes a lot of things easier. Now, for a typical AI user, it's generating a lot of extra work. I don't see many people using AI saying it's made their work easier. They say it's making their work more intense. They're getting more done. But there is an AI tax out there, and that is for a typical knowledge worker using AI, they spend approximately 4.5 hours per week validating and controlling the output from AI. If you look at US labor rates, that means it's $11,000 a year spent just controlling AI. That's what you need to pay back to start getting a payback. This course, we're going to tell you how to do that by changing one element, which is not your AI, but changing you. The results that you're going to get from AI are simply a product of the quality of AI, the quality at which you're driving it. It's a product between the two. AI has gotten so much better. Even if you're using a free model today, it's probably 10, 20 times better than the best model you could have gotten 3 years ago. And it's going to keep on getting better. I'm going to encourage you in this course to get a paid subscription to one of the AI models, because the frontier models give you a better opportunity to do more different things. It also has memory that makes the results easier and better. But the real opportunity here is not by choosing a better AI, not by choosing better AI tools. It's about how you, as a human being, work with AI. How do you use your judgment? How do you guide? How do you lead? How do you interact? Because right now, AI is getting better and better. But I think human beings are maybe getting 10% of what we could out of this. What I want to show you is how to change the way that you're working to get more out of the potential that's there. Now, a typical AI training focuses on new tools, a few magic prompts, might do something on agentic outsourcing. We're not going to cover any of those things in the course. You can use any tool you want to go through the course. We will give you some prompts, but we're not going to tell you they're magic prompts. We're just going to say, look, here's a prompt you could try. Check it out and adapt it. And agentic outsourcing, we're not going to talk about. There's different courses. In fact, we have a follow-up course in that. But what we're going to focus on is the ability to think before you use AI, to think while you're using AI, and to think after more effectively. Now, what we're hoping to change is a very simple pattern. Here's how most people use AI. Rush to AI, ask a question, ask questions. They get results and say, wow, this is cool. That's the 10% solution. 10% of what AI can give you is that. We're going to show you how to get a lot better. How we're going to do it is we're going to take you through a 10-day program. The first 4 days are going to be on the foundations. What do you need to know about AI to use AI more effectively? The second 6 days are going to be on the SPARKS framework. It's an acronym, but an acronym I hope you'll remember. And at the end, we're going to encourage you to do a capstone project. We'll talk about that in just a bit. The core foundations of the course, day number 1 is about a mindset shift, going from using AI as an oracle to using AI as a muse, going from AI as a search engine to a teammate. That one change in mindset will change the results you get within minutes. Day 2 is going to be about the question of expertise. There's a lot of people who believe that expertise is less important in the age of AI. In fact, I think it's more important than ever before. And if you do the advanced course, we'll show you how to become an expert in almost anything pretty quick. Day number 3, that's in my core heartland. My background is innovation and creativity. AI, by definition, gives you generic, average ideas, the most obvious ideas. On day 3, we're going to talk to you about how to use some proven frameworks and proven methods to go from generic to genius fast. Day number 4, we're going to talk about how you're using AI wrong and how you can fix it. I'll show you how to update your instructions, give you a set of instructions you can try, and adapt for your own specific use case. If you do the advanced course, we'll talk to you about AI hallucinations and how you control that more effectively. Once you have these things in place, we're going to move on to the SPARKS methodology. SPARKS is not a methodology. It's just something to help you remember it. But in fact, if you do all these things, you will change dramatically the way that you're using AI. What we did before writing up this course is we looked at the difference between effective and efficient use of AI. Effective use of AI is solving the right problems, doing the right thing, and doing it right. Efficient can just be doing it right. These habits are associated with effective use of AI. The first one, critically important, is about speaking things out. It's about giving the context, putting it together. And in fact, we're going to encourage you to use your voice talking with AI because, in fact, when you use your voice, you tend to give a more complete context. We'll also show you how to go one step further and make your objectives crystal clear with a true north. The next day of the course is about pivoting. In fact, if you do only one course in the whole thing, this could change the way that you use AI. Typically, people go to AI, ask it a question. Fantastic. Thank you very much. This course is going to encourage you to change that interaction. So you ask AI questions and you have AI ask you questions. It's a pivot. It will change dramatically the results you get. The next day is about asking for more. How do you go from average to amazing? We're going to show you techniques that allow you to give structured feedback, to push AI, to structure it. We're going to show you how you can add friction in, because friction makes better ideas for humans, but it also makes better ideas for AI. The next day is about reframing. I like this course because, in fact, it's immediately applicable. You can get new results, better results in 2 minutes. The essentials here are quite simple. When you work within a frame, you've defined your solution space. When you change the frame, you get new solution space. When you make a new solution space, you get creative ideas. AI can help you reframe quite effectively. The next day is about keeping on going, which is about the systematic process of not stopping at the obvious and how to do this systematically. I think you'll find, especially in the advanced course, there's a lot of talk about how to take a process and make it into a tool. And the last day is about stopping and thinking. This is the one you're likely to skip, but it's critically important. What have you learned? What are you going to do next? How do you put this stuff in place? A pause can make all the difference. One of the ways that we're going to encourage you to make a pause is by working on your capstone project. The capstone for this course is going to be to make a custom AI tool for any challenge. It's not a hard task. You can do it in an hour. The only requirement is it needs to do something useful for you. Now, when you do this course and you complete the courses, you'll get a certificate of completion. But if you want, you can get a certificate of mastery. The way that you get that is you do your capstone project. You turn in the results. You validate your results with the GPT. And if it passes, you get your mastery certificate. What you can expect out of this course is we're going to change this very simple process. Instead of rushing to AI, I want you to learn to think first. Instead of asking fast questions, I'd like you to give better context, because better context changes not only your control of what you're doing, but gives AI the ability to give you better answers to your challenges. And going from, wow, this is cool, which is satisfying, I want you to learn to push back and iterate. Now, something I'm really excited about in this course is a real focus on measurable change. We've developed an AI usage assessment. We're going to encourage you to do this after the class today, which will measure your AI usage on a scale of 0 to 100. Typically, students coming into the course are a bit better than average. 25% are scoring in the top 20th percentile. 10 days later, for the students who complete the course, do the work, 96% are scoring in the top 20%. We're taking you from average to pretty damn good within just 10 days. Let me tell you how we're going to do this. The first thing is about focused learning. The second thing is about learning by doing. There's always a what now after every class. It's a learn more exercise to apply what you've learned in the class. When it's possible, we also explain to you in a demo how to do this, so you can learn. You have a challenge, but we'll also show you how to do the challenge. In each course, we also provide a Learn More. The Learn More is a collection of information for you to allow you to dig a bit deeper. For this course, the introduction, we have a Notebook LM and a Notebook LM for every course. It's somewhere between 60 and 150 different articles, videos on the specific subject we're talking about. Here, we're talking about objectives or tools first. What you need to do is if you want to get good results, you need to focus on objectives first. A lot of articles there. There's also a collection of articles and training methods on effective usage of AI. You can download those. And we have a short video about going from AI hype to impact, the hallway test. It's 4 minutes long. You can also get a copy of my book, The Generative Organization, all available for you before you start the course next Monday. Now, I'd like to end with some suggestions about how to do the course. My suggestion for you would be to block 10 minutes each day, starting next Monday. Open up your email, drink your coffee, watch the video, close the video, do your work during the day. Later in the day, do the application. Now, I think that's going to be the best way to do it. Chances are I probably wouldn't do it that way because, in fact, I tend to get really good at the beginning, then I do a little bit and I catch up. Really, a little bit per day is going to give you the best result. It's your choice. Try to make it work. You will get a reminder each morning. Try to follow up. I think you'll be happy if you did. What's next is you're going to get a login. Then each day, you're going to get an email plus links to a video, plus a Learn by Doing application. For this introduction, we'd like you to get started. We'd like you to understand a little bit about how you're using AI right now and what are your opportunities to get better. There's 3 steps to this. Step number 1, decide on the LLM you're going to use for the course. My suggestion is tend to use the same one over and over again. Step 2, I'd like you to get some facts on your current usage. How do you do this? We've created a prompt which you can run, which is a confidential prompt, which will analyze how you've been using AI for the last few weeks. And it will give you a score from 0 to 100. It will tell you what you can improve, what you can do different, what are the opportunities. Then, what I'd like you to do, stop, reflect. Are the results accurate? Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Normally, they're pretty good. What would you like to learn? What should you learn? And then we're going to be off to the races. As I said at the beginning, I'm excited about where we are. I'm excited about where we're going to go. It's going to be a great course. I will see you Monday. Thank you very much.